I'm Matt Turman with Susquehanna Insurance, and one of the most important things about insurance is filing claims. That's why you buy insurance in the first place. And so today I'm going to answer the question, how to file an auto insurance claim. So when you file an auto insurance claim, that usually means something has happened to your vehicle. I'm going to wind back and say that you were in an accident. So let's go back to the scene of the accident. The first thing you want to do is make sure that you, your passengers, and anybody else in the accident scene is okay. That's first and foremost. The second thing to do that is kind of a good practice is just take some photos, even some videos of the scene of what's going on. Because if you're in a busy intersection, you may have to move to the side of the road, and those pictures in the video help police officers or investigators down the road figure out who is at fault. And then depending on the severity of the accident, you may want to call the police. It's always a good idea to call the police. Sometimes people will say, oh, no, don't worry about it. I'll give you cash. Just forget about it. Let's not call the police. Never do that. That's never a good idea. Either those people don't have insurance or they don't want to put the claim through their insurance. That could leave you out a lot. So make sure that if they do that, you do call the police just to make sure that you have a written record of what's going on, the police report of that driver, their information, and what insurance company they have. If it's a small little fender bender and the other person is super willing to give over all their information, maybe the police aren't necessary, but more times than not, call the police just to make sure that they're on site and that they can have a full detailed report of all the information and get that ball rolling for you. So once that's done and you have left the scene and it's settled, now's the time to file the auto insurance claim. And how do you go about doing that? So the two things to keep in mind are whether you're at fault or not at fault. First, if you are at fault, you want to call your insurance company and let them know that you were in an accident and tell them all the details of what happened. So tell them where you were located, who was driving the vehicle, what happened, the damage to your vehicle, and the other party that was involved, so who you hit. That way the claim can get started, the insurance company can start reaching out to the person you hit, and then get your vehicle fixed back up if you do in fact have collision coverage on your vehicle. So that's what to do if you are at fault. Now, if you're not at fault, you have two options. And so you can either go through your own insurance company or you can go through the person who hit you's insurance company. There are pros and cons to both, depending on the situation. So if you were to be hit by somebody who maybe was in a not as nice car or can't provide proof of insurance very well or very easily, and you're kind of suspect about the whole situation, it might make sense to go through your insurance company first. If you go through your insurance company, you will have to pay your collision deductible, which is kind of a bummer, I know, but just to get it handled and get it situated that way, you pay your deductible and you get it handled through your insurance company. Your car's fixed back up, and then the insurance company is called a subrogation. They subrogate back against that person who is at fault, the person who hit you, in their insurance company, and try to get them to pay the damages that they already paid out. In Pennsylvania, the state minimums are $5,000 for property damage, which is not very much. And so if it is above that and the person has state minimums, you may be forced to pay that entire thing as is, which is not ideal. But yeah, so they will get that deductible back and then pay you back your deductible and any expenses they paid out that way. The second way is if you were hit by somebody and they provide you their identification and their insurance card and it's from a legit company, the best way to go about doing it is to file the claim through their insurance company. So for example, if you were hit by somebody from Erie Insurance, you can call Erie Insurance up and say, I was hit by your customer, their first name, last name, and on their ID card will have the policy number. Let that insurance company know, for this example, Erie Insurance, I was hit by John Doe, his policy number is XYZ123, for example, and then they will start the claim on their end. They will contact you, get all your information, contact the person who hit you, who is their customer, and then they will pay for all of that, all your damages, all that kind of stuff, and get your car fixed back up on their end. You don't have to pay any deductible or anything. Your insurance agent is there for other reasons, like a comprehensive claim, or maybe you backed into your own mailbox, something like that. Claims that aren't as big, depending on how big or how large your deductible is, you may or may not want to file the claim. Call your agent up and talk to them about it and figure out hey, this makes sense to put it through, or it doesn't make sense to put it through. That way, you don't go directly to the company. There's a ding on your record with a claim that may or may not get paid out. Use us as agents to be your in-between between the insurance companies to figure out what you should and shouldn't file as a claim. So that's the basic things. Hopefully you're not an expert at this, because if you're an expert at filing claims, it means that you're in a lot of accidents, which is not the best. So most people who call in say, I have no idea what to do, and that's a good thing. So that's how you file an insurance claim in Pennsylvania. If you have any questions or have had a bad claims experience, give us a call. We'd be happy to quote you with some companies that have great claims representatives, and we'll do a great job in making sure that your auto, your home, whatever it might be, business, that your claims in the future will be taken care of in the great way, because that's what insurance is for anyway. So give us a call. Check us out. Our number here is 717-290-7780. Check us our website, our social media, all that stuff, and don't get in any accidents.